Ayo, welcome back for another video. We're at Hobby Lobby like we know how to do. I'm just buying my fabric so I can get started on my holiday project. As you can see here, we are making stockings. So this year, instead of buying everyone gifts, I made them. And I'm going to take you along on a couple of parts till you can see all of my Christmas gifts. In this part of the video, I am just making the outline with the stocking so that I can have that on a paper and I can make sure that it's the size that I actually want it to be. Then I went ahead and I traced it onto another piece of paper, and then I added about a 1/2 inch of seam allowance around the entire perimeter of my stocking. This is just so that I have enough room to actually sew and it doesn't change the shape of my stocking too much. So I went ahead and traced around it with the red marker where I want the outline so that I can actually cut that out. And then I did that twice so that I can use the paper as like a rough copy and just see what it's going to look like once I sew my stockings together. Now that I have both of those, I'm just folding in my seam allowance and then I'm taping them together. Now that I have them all taped together, I see what it's going to look like and I am good to go with the fabric. On the fleece for the lining, I did add about 2 inches to my original outline stencil so that I can have that little half fold part that's on the front of the stocking that I used as the inspo. Once I had the outline for the fleece that I wanted, I took that same one and I went ahead and traced out 27 more of those and cut that out of the fleece. Because I did make 14 stockings, I had to cut out 28 of each on each fabric to have enough for all of the stockings that I'm going to end up sewing together. Once I get them all traced out, I just started cutting with my fabric scissors and throwing them to the side, creating a pile with all of the fleece lined ones, and then I did the same thing with the tribal ones. Also, please excuse my voice. I'm getting over a cold and I've been putting this off. There, we're just counting to make sure we have enough, and then I'm going to use my original template that I created to cut out all 28 of these stockings for the tribal pattern. I did have to flip the pattern as I was drawing it so that I would be able to have the pattern transposed correctly, because if you do all of them the same way, your stockings won't have the correct pattern on both sides. It will go to the raw edge and then one will go to the finished edge. Then I'm using my fabric clips to clip them all together to preset for tomorrow. We're going to come back and sew them all together. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Come back for more. Thanks.